Hello, welcome back to my channel and yet another day of Vlogmas. I thought we would kind of end, I know we have one more day to go, but I thought we could do a 2020 favorites video today because I want to end the year on a positive note, and kind of talk about like some of the good things that I discovered this year. So, you know, this felt appropriate. This is not just beauty, it's not just any one thing. So this is like, this kind of runs the gamut of my life for 2020. So yeah, hopefully you find something you like out of this. I am gonna start with beauty, just because I brought it all up here. So the first thing I really loved was the Clé de Peau concealer. I use two shades. I use ivory and ochre. Ivory where I'm lighter, specifically around the eyes, near my nose, etc. And then ochre elsewhere. I really love this stuff. You just kind of dab it and blend it. It's really lovely. It is colder, so now I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury, I always forget the name of that thing. It's like a healthy glow, like that tinted bronzy moisturizer thing. I put that on and then I'll put this over top of it. But yeah, so good. It is a drier formula, so like if you are, because it has SPF in it, so if you need something underneath it for some slip, you know, just put something, primer, whatever, just heads up. But love, it's like an iconic go-to for a reason. It's that good. Another like face product I really loved was the Sicily Fille de Poudre Libre loose face powder with hibiscus flower extract. I use the shade number 2 matte. I love this. I've used this for over a year. I think I favorited it last year as well. It is just excellent. I love it because, for many reasons, honestly. One is, this is like, I don't know why this is so rare, but it is. This kind of a container with the little puff and the sifter. Why is this hard? They have this. It also, like, for somebody like myself that has very combination skin, it actually sets my makeup really beautifully and it stays set, but it's not too much of anything. It just does a beautiful job. I'm very happy with it. Another thing, well, I'll just do this because they're both from the same line. Christian Louboutin, the liquid lip and the brow pencil. I have two shades now. I have Imanta, which is what I wear pretty much like every day. And I just changed the lip liner. And then I just got another one. You're going to see it hauled in Sunday's vlog. But it's Putty Baba. I actually ordered All America and they sent me this one, but it's okay. This is a metal one, so I'm excited. But the one that I've been wearing a ton is Imanta. I have it on today with Charlotte Tilbury Super Size Me lip liner. Yeah, but just, it's such a beautiful formula. I'm so happy with it. Love. And then the brow pencil I've talked about before in Get Ready With Me's, but I have very coarse hair, and I'm very blonde. So to have a brow product that can, and I like a bolder brow, so like to find a product that can match texture, that isn't too gray or green or any weird colors that like blonde brow pencils tend to be. It's super annoying, but it's color theory. It's just, you can tell they just tested like shit. It just walks that tightrope so beautifully. Love it. This is my second, I've already got a third. Like, love it. And then I'm trying to be kind of quick. I have like a lot of things that I love this year. Eyeshadows. So I bought the Charlotte Tilbury. These aren't even like that old for the year, but I got the Dazzling Diamonds Luxury Pop of, oh God, what is this called? Luxury Palette of Pops. And the Sophisticate Luxury Palette. That's what they call them, luxury palettes. The Sophisticate is just like a standard neutral palette, all mattes. And then the Luxury Palette of Pops are all shimmers and glitters. And they are like amazing. I have every single one of these on right now. Like, love it. And then I've got two of these colors on. But this is literally the only eyeshadow I've been wearing. Like, if I'm wearing eyeshadow, I'm wearing these. These are awesome. I have been kind of anti-eyeshadow and palettes in general for a few years now. Just very reluctant to buy any. And now I want like more of these because they're just so useful, you know? Like, there's no duds in the mix. Like I've used every single one of the colors, and that's just awesome. I'm at that point in my life where I just don't want an orange eyeshadow. I'm never gonna use it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and then the last piece of beauty that I'd shout out are my lip liners. So I am a huge lip liner fan. I wear lip liner every day. And I'm very particular about my formulas, and I'm very particular about my colors. I will never wear a nude lip because I look dead. So my idea of a nude lip would be the Super Size Me from Charlotte Tilbury. This is an absolutely beautiful, neutral lip liner, especially if you've got like my kind of coloring, or really the range on this is pretty awesome actually. And the pigmentation is great, so you can actually use this as a lipstick if you want. I have done it before. Basically all summer you would have seen me in Super Size Me plus this one, which is from Givenchy. It's called Fuchsia Irrésistible, or Fuchsia Irresistible in America. But yeah, so Givenchy are my, like, hands down is my favorite lip liner. No question. I have like 4 shades. And I'm so happy with them. So my go-to red is Givenchy Carmen Escarpin, or Carmen Escarpin, and then I've got the Framboise Velours and the Fuchsia, and then I also have, I just picked up the Rose Taffeta as well, and then the Charlotte Super Size Me I really like. Charlotte's color range for lip liners kind of sucks if you're me. So that's where Givenchy really comes in clutch, because they just have the most beautiful range of colors, and they do bold well. So I am 95% of the time in a bold lip. So yeah, huge fan. And what I like too is you can blend them. So if you, I mean, you can literally do a whole look out of just lip liner, and they blend well. Oh, they're just love. Okay, so moving on to not beauty, let's go to books. So I read. I am a literate person, and I tend to like this is like an interesting like walk through my life. I really love, I've said this so many times before, but I really love chef memoirs. I really love like cookbooks that are like you can read, but I also just love chef memoirs. So one that I really loved this year was by Dave Chang. It's called Eat a Peach. If you don't know who Dave Chang is, he is the creator of Momofuku, and then like all the Momofuku like subsequent restaurants, Sambar. I mean, he's all over Netflix. Like, he's awesome. I really enjoy him. And this book is actually really good. It's really honest, but it's not in that like, can I be real with you? Like that super annoying kind of honest. It's just in a very like, I fucked up a lot. I wasn't a good person a lot of the time. Like, he's just very candid, even when it's like detrimental, you know, and it's just kind of is what it is, and he just lays it out there. But he does it in a way that is just really keeps you coming back, you know what I mean? Like it's not too much, it's not for show, it's nothing like that. It's just very like, and so I appreciate that. I enjoy the kind of, you know, it's funny. I think one of the reasons why I love chefs so much is because they're so flawed. Like they always say that like you don't go into that occupation with like a backup. Like you just go to the backup. And they kind of talk about like the culture of chefs and like the culture of the kitchen and everything like that. And it's so intriguing to me because as somebody who loves to cook, I have no desire to ever like be a chef, but I very much respect and appreciate their work, and the work ethic and the just everything it takes to be that good. And yeah, so I really love Momofuku. I actively support pretty much everything they do. He found Tosi, so if you are unfamiliar with Christina Tosi, if you've ever heard of Milk Bar, she created Milk Bar. She is amazing. I love her. But yeah, so this book, it's not like it involves a lot of like food stories, obviously, but it's also just a very candid look at his whole life and you don't feel like he's withholding because it's, you know, he just really bears it, and I really respect that. Yeah, it's definitely a good read. Another one that I really loved this year, it's not from this year, that's from this year. This is older, but like I just got it for my birthday and read it so fast. This is Love, Loss, and What We Ate by Padma Lakshmi. Again, huge fan of Padma. I love her. Something I would really say specifically about this book, if you've ever watched Padma, whether you follow her on Instagram and you watch her cook, or you've seen Top Chef, or any kind of format where you've seen her talk, she writes like she talks. So that really warm paced cadence that she has comes across in the book. And that is such a unique voice to read. Like, it's very calming, but at the same time, everything is intentional. And you can tell, like, she puts thought behind what she says before she says it. And she's not calculated, she's just thoughtful. And she's somebody who, she is one of those women that makes me so proud to be a woman. Like, she's one of those women that isn't, like, she's been put through a lot of hell, and so she comes out of it and is just kind of like, this is me. And I don't like to say the phrase like share my truth or anything like that, but like, she's one of those people that has just kind of been like pistol whipped a little bit by life, and you know, is still this like incredibly warm and kind and generous and forward thinking person. And as a woman, to see women really champion each other, like, I fucking love that, because it is hard, and there are, despite what the internet would tell you, there really aren't that many of us that actually do it. So yeah, I really can't recommend this book enough. If you want to read a female memoir, if you want to read something that you just kind of didn't expect, but it's almost like having a really lovely glass of wine or like cup of tea with your like a refined friend, you know. She's just, I really love her, and this just made me love her more. So yeah, I highly recommend this book. Another one, not by a chef, is Buy Yourself the Fucking Lilies and Other Rituals to Fix Your Life by Tara Schuster. I love this book. If you follow me on Instagram, I was recommending this book left, right, and center for like a whole month. It is so good. It is very it's very millennial. It's like written by somebody, I think she's my age. But yeah, she's just very like, she's been through a lot of therapy, and she has been raised, she's had a very like relatable existence for like, I think for a lot of us, where we weren't like beaten as children, but like our parents definitely, you could tell like they're raised by their parents, and every generation gets a little better, but we all have our scars. And so she does a really good job of explaining kind of where she was and how she got to where she was without being preachy, but just in a very like, hey friend, could this be of use for you? And it's funny as hell, and it's like, it's just kind of like, this is what it is, which I really like. And she's very, she's cool because she walks that line of like cheerleader friend, like that, rah, you can do it, but she does it in a way that it's like, this fucking sucks. And so it's just really like, I love it. She honestly reminds me a lot of myself a little bit in how she talks, and so I can just, you know, not like 100%, but like enough. And it's just a good read. It's a fun read. It's a pretty thick book. It's the thickest book of all of them, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but yeah, it's really good. It's just, especially if you've got a lot of self-doubt, if you're just, this year, I think I said this, I can't remember what day it is anymore, but like I said this in some video recently, where, I think it was like Get Ready With Me. Autumn for me was the hardest in 2020, just because it was like 6 months of quarantine, and, you know, no end in sight, nobody's listening, and just, you know, like the real, and then just like, it just never stopped sucking. You know, I had like a solid month of just suck, and then it went into like 6 weeks, and I just was, and And so I picked this up, and I feel like, I'm not like a huge Divine Intervention fan or anything like that, but like this showed up on my Instagram in some random picture, and I liked the title. And so I looked it up, and I was like, all right. And then I devoured it in like a week. So, yeah, like this book is great if you are just like, dude, I need a hand. Oh my God, this is really good. Okay, so other things, random things that help me live my life. My planner. So this is this year's planner. This is next year's planner. I have many planners, but this is what helped me this year. I'm gonna do a whole video on what I do to like keep myself, like planners, tools, everything to stay successful, on task, moving along, all that stuff. I'll do a whole video on that. That video is not this video, but this is my shit. This is the Day Designer, the strategic planner and daily agenda for living a well-designed life. I have had these for at least 8 years. I know they've been around since 2010. I might have started using them when they launched. I don't know how I found them. It was 10 years ago, but I love them. They're great. They're wonderful for many reasons, but what I like about them is I'm very picky about everything, really, but one of the things I really love about this is how they map out your day. It's just handy, and you can really use it however you want. But yeah, it's just super useful, and I feel like I have my shit together with this thing. Like I just feel like I can really, you know, like I love this brand. They just nail it. And I'm left-handed, so I need a spiral bound notebook, otherwise I'm just gonna streak it. And I'm 35, so the concept of a left-handed notebook to me feels weird. So I've just like adapted, you know? So I love the spiral bound component to it. It's just great. It's just a really, really well thought out planner. Highly recommend it to you. Some other random things that I really loved this year that just made me happy, something. My keychain that I put on the back of my phone, I think I put this in my lookbook, but if you haven't seen it, it says, "Do all things with the confidence of Ruth Bader Ginsburg dissenting." Like many people, I'm a very, very big fan of RBG. I think I don't remember if I vlogged how devastated I was when she passed. I try not to document the super down moments, like the really hard negative moments, just because I don't want to relive them, and they just suck to watch through. Like when you're editing yourself, it's just like, God, I gotta look through this thing again. And so I tend to not, but anyway, so I saw that. Actually, my friend Lexi had it in like a coffee mug form or something, and I was like, oh, I want that. I bought the girls shirts of her, "The women belong in all rooms that decisions are being made" quote. I got them each that for Christmas. They've got like future voter t-shirts, like we're raising some woke ass kids, but like, without getting emotional, because like, if you are a human being in America, RBG has had an impact on your life. There's no question. It's such a small thing that every single time I look at it, makes me so proud. You know, just like proud to know who she is, proud to be on the receiving end of her work, proud to just like try, you know, like just try a little harder, because she did. So yeah. $10, and it is one of the best 10 bucks I've ever spent. On a lighter note, if you are new to my channel, I am a huge fan of Peloton. I have the bike. I'm obsessed with Peloton. It is one of the things that kept me sane this year. Arguably the most successful method of sanity protection. So I spin, I do not run, for many reasons, but I spin, and I love spinning. And so my my instructor favorites tend to be spin instructors, although I will admit one of my resolutions for next year is to really explore strength, because I can tell I haven't, and I need to fix that. But my favorite Peloton instructors of this year were Leanne Hainsby, who is British, Alex Toussaint, who's American, well, the other three are American, Alex, Kendall, and Dennis. They're wildly different instructors, but they're so great. So if you are new to Peloton, if you're interested, if you've never taken class with them, Leanne is the most unannoying little, like, positive cheerleader friend you could possibly imagine having, but not annoying, like not cloying. She's just like, she's into sparkle and glitter and fun and dancing, but you're like in it the whole time with her and you're not mad about it. That's Leanne. Leanne is a lot of fun. She's also just really supportive, you know, and she's a perfect, like, for what she does, she's perfect at it. Alex is like a really hot, really, really charming drill sergeant. Like, I love Alex so much, because he will kick your ass, and he'll do it with a wink and a smile, and he'll make you feel pretty, even though he can't see you. And yeah, like, he's one of those guys that can, like, get it, like, no question. But he's a hell of an instructor. I highly recommend you take an Alex class. Dennis is a Power Zone instructor. That's how I discovered him, because I was really into Power Zone over the summer. And I really like him because he has taught me the most about how to be a better cyclist, like how to be a better spinner. That's not what that is. Whatever. Like, I take spin class, how to be better at that. And he's just he's a very good teacher, but he has fun. You have a sense of humor. It's a good time. His playlists, like, all four of them have radically different playlists, but you're gonna have a great time. But yeah, I really, if you like, I want to work out, but I don't want to die, take a Dennis class. You know, you could take Dennis, you could take Leanne. If you want to maybe die, Alex, and then Kendall. Kendall is the one that, Kendall, I think, is like got a background in boxing. She looks like she's a background in boxing. And she has like metal rides and shit. I'm not doing a metal ride. I don't like metal that much. But like, I got enough shit in my head. I don't need that. But dude, she is so fun, and she's the type, so if you are like not versed at all in this, and just feel free to skip ahead, but if you are somebody who uses exercise as therapy, if you're somebody who needs the release of it, whatever, she is great at doing that without getting hokey or like inviting you into her therapy session, you know? And so I really respect that, and I really love them each for like the vibe that they give. And there really is something for everybody, but like, she's my newest kind of discovery, and I just really take into her because she just does a great job kicking your ass, of making you like move, like you're gonna be done. But she's so fun, and she's so like motivating, but at the same time like really straight up and honest. I love her. She did this ride, I can't remember which one it was, but she's in like I think it was a Metallica ride. I think I may be wrong. I did the Metallica ride. But she says at one point, I so love Peloton. I highly recommend. I'll put a link if you're it'll get you like $100 off. But yeah, she has this bit about you think you're dying, I'm in latex. Shut up. She's like, shut up, I'm in latex. And she's in these latex pants, and she is like busting her ass. Oh my god, I laughed so hard. But yeah, they're just a lot of fun. But those are my four: Alex, Leanne, Kendall, and Dennis. Oh my god, I can't read my own handwriting. I've been awake since 5 in the morning. Those are my four, like, yeah. And then if you want to just like all else, like I want a PR, Alex or Ben Aldis. Ben Aldis has been the one that's gotten me. Alex Ben Aldis and Kendall are who I PR'd with this year. PR means personal record. A few other things, just like household stuff that's been really great for me. It's my seed storage container. This is how I store all my, all of my seeds that aren't like huge. So like anything that's like a corn, or like a big, go in here. It's a photo storage container. I just got it off Amazon. But what I love about it is you open it up and then you've got all your little slots. And so I have just like, you know, literally, so like each one has, this has herbs in it, and this has tomatoes, and this one has flowers, this one has melons. You get my drift. But this holds all my seeds that are like the size that can fit into this. The bigger ones, like my floret, like the ranunculus, like the big ones, those are separate. But I don't have that many of those, so it's fine. But yeah, that was an awesome purchase. Another thing that I really loved were my coffee cups. Our coffee shop closed in February of this year, and so we were on this like mission to solve that problem. So basically everything that we bought to assist on that, we got the Breville. I'll link everything I can below, but we got the Breville espresso machine that my requirement was I don't want anything that takes up my entire kitchen, and I want something that is like usable when I'm in zombie mode, because I am a zombie before coffee. And love it. And then we got the 32-ounce acrylic coffee cups that come with a lid and straws. Those things are awesome. I think we've broken one in 10 months, 9 months, something like that. So yeah, huge fan. Not 10 months. It's been 10 months. So yeah, they're great, and they're like literal daily use. The only thing is you have to hand wash them, which isn't that big a deal. And then the other thing that I'd really recommend is the ice maker. We got the GE Opal like nugget ice maker. That thing is great. We also burn through a ton of ice, so it's definitely worth it. I highly recommend it. If you're on the fence, do it. Do it. And then I'll throw in my protein, the Premier Protein. It's what I use in my coffee. I love that stuff. I get it from, you can get it from Costco if you can go in. Otherwise, Amazon, subscribe and save. I have that during Rona because it's convenient and it keeps us safe. But yeah, so highly recommend. I've used those for years in my coffee. Love it. And I mix just chocolate and vanilla together. Real good. So that thus concludes 2020's favorites. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.